Have you ever held someone's hand? Have you ever tried that feeling? Do you know how it feels like? It feels blissful. It feels wonderful. Have you ever tried a passionate kiss of love? Not lust, love. A kiss that says, I am so happy to see you. Have you ever tried that? Have you ever had a kiss while your hands are shaking, holding her hands or his hands, and you're just shaking and trembling while your lips are saying 1,000 poems, while your souls are communicating and your lips are doing all the talking without uttering a single word? Have you ever tried that? No? Yes? I don't really care. But I damn know sure that these feelings will never be better than the lust of sex with someone that you pay for. Even if they were the best prostitute in the world, even if they had the best action in the continent, you will never feel better than someone that you love. So I'm gonna be honest about something. One day, I was one of my friends. He was also our roommate at another place. And I told him, hey man, how you doing? You've been in this balcony for a long time. Why don't you come inside? And he said, man, I'm so horny, I'm willing to drill a hole in my wall and fuck my house. And I was like, okay, we do not say that. None of the words you just said are mentioned in the Bible, but okay, let's dissect that for a minute. And I said, okay, what do you want to do? And he said, well, I got this bitch's number and I want to hit her up. And I said, okay, bet, hit her up. Why you asking me? And he said, I wanted some advice. And I said, eat some pineapples before you go? Like, what the fuck you want me to tell you, man? And he started laughing. And I told him, well, what do you want? And he was like, man, I just wanted some advice regarding should I do it or should I not? And I told him, man, you a grown-ass man. I'm not going to tell you what to do and what to not to do. So if you feel like your heart wants to go and you feel that this is going to take the pressure off your shoulders so you can wake up fresh and go to work in the morning and whatever, sure. Just take care of yourself, stay clean, keep it clean, and, do the right thing. And he said, bet. You want to come over? And I thought to myself, and I said, maybe I should. Maybe I should try it. Maybe I should see what goes on. And then I told him no. I said, listen, man, this kind of action, it doesn't align with the person I should be. And then he was like, yeah. Right. I get it. And he was like, yeah, it's better if you don't come. And then 5 minutes later, I think again, and I tell him, you know what, man? Take me with you. So, long story short, we hit the bag. We get the tuggy. You know what I'm saying? And after we get the tuggy, I get back home and I feel absolutely horrible. And it wasn't post-nut clarity horrible. It was, what the fuck was that horrible? And I know the difference between post-nut clarity and feeling bad in general, right? But that feeling bad was just too bad to be post-nut clarity. And I thought to myself about it later and I realized, listen, man, this is not what you want. The reason that I went in the first place is because I wanted to discover more about myself. It wasn't to discover what sex is. It was not a discovery of losing my virginity just to lose it. It was the situation of, well, what if it's what you need, right? What if my brain is giving me all these hallucinations and chemicals telling me that you need love and you need a relationship, but it's all in the disguise of, man, you need to procreate. So I told myself, okay, maybe let's try it. Maybe let's try it and see where my chemicals take me. And they took me exactly where my brain was talking about. He was very much right from the beginning. Do not procreate because you feel lonely. It doesn't work like that. If you feel like you need a partner, you go get a partner. If you feel like you need sex, you go get sex. You don't get a partner to have sex, and you don't have sex to get a partner. It doesn't work like that. If I lie at the beginning of a deal, I will never close that deal. You need to keep your words the same all the time. So that was the thing. That was the story. I basically wanted someone to love and someone to love me. That person is not here. That person is I'm not looking for anymore. And that is pretty much it. But that is the story. Really, that is the gist of it. So I'm out here advising every teenager who's thinking about, trying to fit in the hamburger and the buns or something like that. Listen, man, if you want to do it, just do it. But keep it there. Don't take it outside. You have to control your feelings and you need to control your hormones. That is the conclusion of the story. If you feel like there is an issue, a massive issue in your life, and you think you know the solution for it, there is no shame trying the solution and finding out that you were wrong in the first place. But there is a shame when you try to look for something in the wrong place and you know it's the wrong place. If you feel like you're lonely, don't find a girlfriend. Don't find love. Don't find sex. What I'm trying to say is, if you feel lonely, you're gonna have to learn how to live with yourself. You need to accept yourself and be comfortable being with yourself. And then love will follow. Success will follow. It's very bad advice, especially from a person like me who just gave you that story. But sometimes, all you need is just the touch of a good hand and realize that it is everything that you need in life. And that's it. So take care. And remember, don't look for something where it doesn't belong. Thank you. Cookie out.